Steve here from VapeSQ on Charles Street. Just wanted to go through with you guys the different types of vaporizers you can get. Alright, so the smallest, cheapest type of vape you can get are actually a pod system. Now these units, people generally compare them to a unit called the Juul, which is something they sell overseas that does contain nicotine. Obviously we can't sell those within Australia, so this is something as close to the Juul as you can get. Basically they're a refillable pod system. They hold anywhere from 1 to 2 mils of juice. They won't give you a massive amount of flavour, however they do last a very long time. These pods will generally last twice as long as a standard coil. Alright, they don't give you a massive amount of vapour, however the restricted airflow mimics the feel a cigarette gives you very, very closely. It's as close as you can get to a cigarette in anything vape, basically. Now these units mostly are air activated, so there's no need to push and hold down a button when you're going to vape. There are different types of pod system vapes. Some are long and slender, some are shorter and fatter. Generally, the bigger and heavier they are, the better the quality of battery. The smaller, thinner units generally only stay charged for 1 to 2 hours, so there is a need for multiple units if you're wanting to get through the day. Most people do have 2 on a rotation, while one's charging, they're using one, and when one goes flat, they simply swap it over. That way they never go without. Alright, the large units do have a better quality battery, so anywhere up to 4 or 5 hours of battery life. And obviously, something like this made by VapeSQ, the Renovo Zero, is a great unit because it does have 3 different power settings: low, medium, and high. Alright, the next type of vaporizer I wanted to go through with you guys is a simple pen design of vape. These units generally produce a lesser amount of vapor. They are a lot smaller and slender, so they do make it. They're very easy to carry around and fit in your pocket. They don't weigh a lot, which is a big concern for most people. On the downside, these units here are not adjustable, so you can increase or decrease the volume of vapor you're getting from it. And in some cases, pen designs like this are too powerful and do make people cough. Obviously, if you get something like that for your first experience, it makes you cough, it's probably going to ruin your entire experience of vaping, and most people will never return to give it another go. So what we generally do, we recommend that people do go for the intermediate vapes, which let the power up and down on. I'll go into those in a second. Battery life on your basic pen designs are quite good for a larger pen design. These generally have between a 2000 to 2500 milliamp battery, so comparable to a standard 18650 in battery life. The units generally, they do charge overnight, but they do stay charged for a significant amount of time compared to your pod system vapes. Alright, the next type of vape I wanted to go through with you guys is what we call an intermediate level. So nothing massive, but nothing too small. These units are adjustable, so you can increase and decrease the volume of vapor, and in most cases you can also control the temperature as well. These units do generally have a built-in battery, but there are some exceptions, like the Wismec CB80. A great little unit. It's small with pocket size. You can adjust and change all the settings. Reason we do recommend obviously adjustable settings: if it's too powerful, makes you cough, you can simply turn these units down. You can restrict the airflow. You can basically change everything, completely modify your entire experience of it. This is what we do recommend because everyone's different. So generally with these units, we do recommend people buy a unit with a removable battery, simply because batteries don't last forever. You're looking at between 12 to 15 months before a battery starts to lose its charge and basically give these things the shelf life. With something with a removable battery, when the battery dies, you simply buy another one. They start at $12, so they're very cheap, very affordable, and it means that something like this, if you take care of it, potentially you'll still have it in 3 or 4 years' time. Great investment. The last type of vape I wanted to go through with you guys was the larger, more powerful units. We categorize these in the expert level. Now, very powerful. They go up to over 200 watts in most cases. In most cases as well, they hold dual 18650 batteries, so they will stay charged for very long periods of time. Someone's going to be out of the house for 8 to 12 hours a day, and they don't want their vape going flat and might not be in a position to recharge it while they're at work or out of the house. The double 18650s are highly recommended. As you can see on this tank here as well, it's got a big large bubble tank. This one will actually hold 8 mils of juice, whereas this tank here will only hold 3. But a lot of options, a lot of features. Your large units as well, in most cases they offer some special feature or special benefit. It might be the color, it might have a speaker built into it, it might have a really cool design pattern, even flashing lights on them. So they are definitely worth considering the larger units. A lot of people have been coming in asking about mechs, and I just wanted to talk to you guys so you can use them correctly. Now, with a mechanical vaporizer, they are completely unregulated. There are no circuit boards, there's no safety features, there's no wiring or soldering, it's simply a metal body. Okay, the metal body carries the current from the positive or negative, whichever end is at the bottom, and takes it towards the tank. Okay? Alright, so with a mechanical vaporizer, what dictates the amount of vapor is not your power or wattage control, it's the amount of energy the battery has, how many amps the battery has to give. Okay? As a lot of you may know, the resistance of the coil will dictate whether the coil heats up fast or slow. In a unit like this, the lower the ohms, the more energy you will be pulling out of the battery. So if you build at 0.1 ohm, it's going to get very hot very quickly. But you need to be careful that you don't pull more amps out of the battery than the battery has. Okay, if that happens, you put a lot of strain and pressure on the battery, and you can risk it exploding, rupturing, or venting gas, which is bad news in a sealed metal chamber. Cool. So we do recommend the use of the best quality batteries possible, either the Sony VTC5As or Galisi batteries that are rated up to 40 amps. Okay, if you use a weak battery and you're trying to pull a massive amount of power out of it, it's very unsafe. We do not recommend it. Do also recommend that you research Ohm's law, use a current calculator to actually find out how low you can build with the batteries you have. If you go lower, again, very dangerous. I do not recommend it. All right, thanks guys.